Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a new division in F1 Total. Very exciting, the first race in Division 3 and the first race of Season 18 as well. 18 exciting rounds in store for us. The first one today at Silverstone. My name is Phoenix One, and I'll be joined by Fox for tonight's stream. Welcome.
Hello, I'm looking forward to it. I cannot wait.
It should be really exciting. We've had a couple of test races in Division 3. We've seen most of the guys are racing. They have at least some races in those test races. We've seen them do something. Of course, many of these guys we know from Division 2 especially. So I'm expecting. Well, I don't know what to expect. I'm just excited to see how it goes. Really, gonna go ahead and share the
Yeah,
stream around.
yeah, I'm looking forward to the strategy battle, I think. Depth softer, some people on the one stop. I know we'll see some two stop. One stop should be quicker, but never know. With Div, we used to say about Div 2 about the safety cars spicing things up. Now we can say Div 3, we got the safety cars spicing things up.
Surely we have to. Yeah.
Red flags on as well, so who knows what stuff we'll see. I guess I fill the space about talking about my early predictions. I made a prediction spreadsheet for this. I put Owise to win. Qualified like P4 and Div 2 here last season. Obviously, the race is wet, so he wasn't quite as effective. But assuming you have an all dry race, I'm back in. I'm back in Owise to win. I can get
Backing.
the
Yeah,
sheet
always
up.
is a good shout actually. Since it's gonna be a tire saving race for sure. Um, since they changed the tire compounds on Silverstone since the last time we were racing here. So back then, of course, was an easy one stop, but now it's essentially like you're doing a soft medium on the old tire compounds. If you're doing a medium hard now, if that makes sense, because they went one step softer on the that like C1 to no C0 to C5 range that they have to choose from at Pirelli. So that's gonna make it a lot trickier to actually get to the end on the one stop. But the problem is a two stop is not really an option because the pit lane is so long, you will never make up that much time. So it's gonna be quite interesting to see, uh, who is able to make one stop work. I think if you are able, it's a massive advantage, and that will, I think, be the deciding factor in this race, the tire saving.
Yeah. Um, Obviously, in the last Div 2 race, we saw a very strong performance by Eweg. I mean, last Div 2 race at Silverstone. I was looking for the prediction spreadsheet. We've got a pretty even split actually between OWise, Eweg, and Viral. A couple others. We've got OWise, Eweg, 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 OWise, Flavors, Viral, OWise, Flavors, Viral, Eweg, Viral, Davido, Viral, Lanky, Eweg, Lanky. So, bit of a split in the predictions. I think it'll be a
What
good
did I
race,
put in
so I'm
the
looking
end? I,
forward
I
to it.
think I put viral.
Yeah, you went viral. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's so hard to predict because I think we have a really close field, and of course, when you go to a division like Division 3 where the skill level is a little bit lower, there's much more variance as well, like from day to day, from track to track. I mean, if you think of in Division 2 as well, we see it quite often. For example, Flavors, Mihai, you see him on some tracks they'll be like top 3 in qualifying, other tracks they'll be 17th. And I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of that in Division 3, even more, with people like fluctuating from week to week. And it's certainly going to be interesting to see how this goes. For today, we've got most of the main drivers in attendance, so this is the grid you'll be seeing for most of the season as well. Um, the only ones who are not here today are Desi and Thomas in the Aston Martin, Edwin in the Ferrari, and then Davido in the V Cup is unsure if he'll make it. Uh, Pix is on his way, should be in the lobby soon. Apart from that, Ollie Bowers has taken Edwin's Ferrari, so he's a reserve driver, reserve Ferrari in that. But other than that, all the drivers you see in the lobby right now are the main drivers in Division 3 for Season 18. Right, I'm gonna try and invite Ewek since I saw he was having issues. Alright, send one to Ewek. Hopefully it works now.
one thing I'm looking forward to about D3 actually is I'm hoping it actually has a good impact on Div 2 because we've got a lot of Div 2 drivers here. If they get a good evening's practice and knowledge of the track today, it should actually help them out for Div 2, make Div 2 even more competitive. So I'm hoping that's actually a positive effect of this.
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, the way we do it, of course, is Division 3 comes first, then 2 and 1. So essentially, it's like people get a bit of practice in if they do multiple divisions at once. They start with the easier divisions, and then at the end of the week we get the big one, Division 1. At least on paper it should be the big one, but I think for most people, I think Division 2 is the one they care about the most. We'll see where Division 3 slots in or not. Of course, we have a couple of guys here as well who are new to F1 Total. Alex G, for example, which is not Alex DG, it's a different Alex. Same situation with Nemesis. That's not the Nemesis we know from a few seasons ago in Division 1. That's a new driver. Akuzin is a new face in the league. And I think Ollie Bowers never raced here before. Harley did a couple of races as reserve. But other than that, it's a group of drivers we know and we love. Maxi is new as well, actually. He did one race in Division 2 last season.
Race.
Yeah. But now these guys get the focus of being at the front rather than somewhere in the midfield of Division 2. Or you might be overshadowed by the guys who are fighting for those podium spots. Now they get to go for that themselves. The first driver who has gone out on track is a Williams, and that will be Mihai then. So the first lap of Division 3, the honor goes to Mihai. Phantom, do you want to take us through the lap?
Oh, here we go then. Where's he? He's got.
I didn't even tell you to do this beforehand.
Started.
Just thrown you into it. Let's go.
So he's already in medium, ready to start the lap. On the final corner, into overtake. The flat final corner up to the line. Back through turn 1 and turn 2. Downshift though, down to 7th. Braking for the right-hander down to 3rd. And Eweg is retired.
He's crashed on his outlap.
Yeah. At the exit of Magus and Beckett, a perfect out to Div 3. I didn't catch it. I don't know if you got it on stream, probably not. Mihai exits sector 1. He's purple, he is the first. Osujay just behind him on a lap as well. Let's see if Mihai can keep it flat through cops as he downshift. Assuming downshifts. Yeah,
easy flat.
He does manage to keep it flat and in track limits. Osujay behind. Oh, massive slide. He hits the inside curb. Slides off. He did a late downshift. It hasn't worked for him. Mihai looked pretty tidy for Magus and Beckett. Now he's just got the final sector to go. What has looked like a fairly tidy lap to start off the session.
I would say on the exit of Chapel, he maybe lost a bit of time as he got sort of stuck on that exit curb, it looked like. It could have cost him a crucial 10th or so, as just in the acceleration zone he couldn't really get the power down. Especially the traction control that's kicking in so much for him.
Yeah, it's limiting him at the end there. Goes quickest, obviously. Osujay, what can you do about that? He had a massive slide up cops and it's going to cost him loads of time compared to Mihai. But Ollie Bowers had a spin and he's off track, grass on his tyres. Not sure what's happened to him here. Whether he's actually just driven off, because now it seems like he's paused. Maybe he's having to fix some wheel settings, controller settings. Let's have a look what Lanky Brown's doing. Purple in Sector 1 for Lanky. I was talking to Lanky at work today. Felix actually predicted him as World Drivers' Championship, as World Drivers' Champion. But he was talking down his chances today. And I know he's got the stream on. I know I'm probably putting him off in the middle of his quali lap. Into cops. He keeps it flat. He does a late downshift. Yeah, he's playing down his chances, but I have full faith in him to pull the rabbit out of the hat. I think we're going to see a good season. But he's very, very wide through the final part. Magus and Beckett going to lose time the whole way down the straight now. Not the first lap he was after, but overall right banker.
Got a good amount of laps in by now, 8 people, and still Mihai is on pole position with a field spread of 1.1 seconds from Mihai in first to Akuzin in 8th. And, well, Viral very close to Mihai, 1.5 tenths behind, always Yeah, very, very close behind Raul as Lanky goes 7th fastest. A full second behind his teammate. For a driver who I think many expected to be in the front of the field, especially based on the Division 2 standings last season, where Lanky did, of course, quite well. That's a surprisingly bad qualifying performance so far. But of course, we still have plenty of time for him to improve.
Do what Flames can do. He qualified very well in Div 2 on a number of occasions. What was his first lap going off as he comes to the line? Up to 4th. It's a good first lap, but still 5/10 off Mihai. Viral, the only one, Viral and OY is within touching distance. The top 3 really set apart so far. Nemesis on a lap. Yes, he is. And he's
Front to speaker would have just seen from Harley's onboard. My guy is pressing both pedals the entire way through Club and Vale. And I can't slander him too much, I might get kicked from the team.
Nemesis using all the track very well there. He comes to the line, and he goes quickest.
That's a great lap, 26.6.
Looked very nice for the final chicane. And yeah, he's made the lap time work.
I think Always might be another one, he just went purple in the first sector.
Now what's happening, but it won't let me... Weird. I'm getting stuck. I can't get between Aussie and Maxi. It's like an invisible wall when I'm going up.
Wait.
Okay.
Oh, if I go up from Aussie, it jumps back down to Maxi. But
Yeah,
now
that's
I'm at
what I
Always,
mean.
I don't know. Bit weird.
Weird stuff.
Let's see,
behind it.
Always 85,000 up in that middle sector, and that could always already put him out of Viral. And maybe Mihai as well.
Yellow flags.
That's people, I think, letting someone else pass. Just come out the pit lane, I'm not sure.
agreed.
I think Nemesis ran out of fuel as he came from the pit lane, that's a yellow flag as well. Always,
That was
that
nice
looked
for the final
quite
chicane.
well.
Yeah.
Quite good. That's a 26.670. Half a tenth of Nemesis, that's second position for Always.
Yeah, he found a 10.5 in that final sector alone.
Good
If it's
news,
striking
Davido has
distance
made
for
it.
a lap.
Oh, Jules Valentine dips a tire in the gravel there on the exit of left field. But the car staying nicely under control. And in the grass through Cops as well. Bit of a messy lap, at least from what I've seen so far. I of course haven't seen the first sector. But
Lanky's
still
4
pretty
tenths up.
fast. Through rackets and backets.
He chucks it in. Just the
And a
final sector
purple
to go
middle
now.
sector.
Lanky a bit squirrely out the final corner. He does improve, but not position-wise. Stays 9th.
Now Jules Valentine for the last two corners. And a bit of a snap coming out of the last corner. Over the line, that's going to be a 27.248. That's P5 for Jules Valentine. And with a lap, I think, has got a lot of potential for improvement. Might want to look out for, which I didn't expect.
See what Viral's doing in the sector 1. He's already 2 tenths up. Near enough.
Great start in the
Yes,
lap.
purple sector 1. He might even get a toe here as well.
Yeah, from Lanky up ahead.
Towards Cops.
Although hopefully Lanky won't... there we go, gets out the way nicely. No dirt here through Cops or anything like that. Wow, lost a lot of speed through Cops there.
Yeah.
I think turned in a bit too aggressively. And it's scrubbed off a lot of the speed that he had. That would have cost him all the way down towards Maggots and Beckett. A bit of a moment on the exit as well. He's still up by 2 tenths, and that great first sector has kept him in it for this lap. Now he's also very low on EIS, so releasing some straight net speed all the way down the straight. And a lot of understeer on the exit of Stowe. Still finished the lap, but I don't think there'll be much of an improvement here because that really didn't look like a great last sector at all for Viral. That is going to be P4, no improvement for him, 26.930.
Alex G, the next one to set a purple sector 1.
We have got Maxi,
Maxi
2.5 tenths up, but he also goes
hundredths.
quite deep at Stowe here. Let's see if there's still an improvement here, because it's so close in the midfield. He's About a tenth behind Gilles Valentine, who's in 5th, and he's down in 9th. And for Maxi, that is P5, 27.206. 25 would be a much different story than Division 3, I think.
Aussie with a purple middle sector, he's 3 temps up now. Alex G apparently takes his purple middle sector, so these two could be on a brilliant laps between them.
But there's loads of traffic ahead of Alex G now. This could be a problem.
Oh, Aussie's loose towards the line, he's lost time there. Oh, and he loses it again.
Does still go 5th
P5, but
fastest.
there's more on the table.
And Alex G now with the traffic ahead of him. That's still enough, I think, for an improvement. To P5, 26.988, exactly 100th of a second ahead of Aussie.
I thought the Div 2 midfield was close. This looks amazing so far.
Ollie Bowers with a 130.
He sets up out though, it's more than Pigs could do.
Ollie! What? What is going on there? I put Harley winning a race in my prediction, so I'm gonna need a lot of improvement here. To be precise, 2 seconds really.
You have to teach him how to not press both pedals.
Yeah, I might need to do a coaching program from my boss. That sounds good.
What Bazooka can do on his first lap of the session, 6 minutes to go.
Nemesis is also another run, our current pole sitter.
A name in Div 2 for a very long time now, been racing Div 1 as well. It'll be expected to be, I think, very consistent in this Div 3 season. Maybe not like the quickest driver, but definitely he's got the consistency to challenge for the title.
Nemesis is coming up to the line, he's up by 1.5 tenths here, so about to see another improvement on that pole position lap that he said earlier, with still 5.5 minutes to go. Nemesis, I think... it's went a bit deep into club.
Oh,
as Flavors goes top. 26.605. And Nemesis, with a bad final sector, doesn't improve. As Ollie Bowers retires in the pit lane, will not be improving on that 130.808. That will... yeah, almost certainly put him last of those with a lap time in this session. Just Davido and Bazooka without one. Bazooka on his way to finishing 103.5 middle sector. I think I saw... I'm not sure what I saw earlier, second time wise. I have no idea what good sector times are actually around here. Bazooka through the last 2 corners, very nicely. Over the line, that's a 27.360, that's P11 for the Haas driver. Davido, the only one currently on a hot lap. 28.268 first sector. A lot of people on out laps already. Viral, Gilles Valentine, Harley, already out the pit lane for what will likely be the last run.
Look at Davido through cops.
He's
can't do it flat.
so it's an interesting strategy. He's running EAS all the way from Luffield to Corps and through Corps and then braking.
The Davido stands there, that's very nice for Magus and Beckett. I think you can be happy with
He's
that.
in the vicinity of the racing line, yeah? He's weaving a bit, getting the tires warm. See, I remember Davido's first league race, and you won't believe me, but this is a massive improvement.
Yeah. Touches the grass, but gets it stopped. Gets it in fairly nicely. Always trying limits. Does he beat Ollie Bowers this time? He does!
Barely, barely, by 2 tenths. Harley up by 4 tenths in the first sector, so an improvement there already. Let's see this whole lap from Harley. So, should be flat through Cops. Very nice. Bit loose. But the foot was to the floor, so the will is there. It's a nice pun there, considering Will is his engineer right now.
Through first sector.
Oh, a lot of understeer, and the lap isn't validated. He would have been up by 6 tenths, and I think he has a lot of time to lane in the last sector as well still.
Oh, Gilles is... he's caught that. He was completely sideways out of Cops.
And that is the lap ruined, I think, then. So lets his teammate Viral through, who is on the lap as well still. Currently in 5th position. Could use an improvement for sure here.
From Viral, but it's gone wide. Really nice
69,000.
But a bit wide through the final part.
Harling's back in the pit lane. And that could be enough his qualifying position. Don't think he'll have enough time to come back out.
Oh,
Viral.
Off. He's kept the lap somehow.
That should be an violation, I can't lie. Codemasters.
FIA were looking the other way. Typical Red Bull. On the line. Does he improve?
He doesn't. It doesn't matter.
So, karma strikes.
Drills Valentine now starting his last run. Currently in 9th. 27.248 his previous best. And I think there is some time in that. But he's got a bit of traffic ahead of him now. Thankfully, most of the people coming out the pit lane are behind him, so he's actually timed that quite nicely. The only car ahead of him now is his teammate Viral.
3.5 tenths. Hackers in 3.5 tenths up through sector 1.
Good start of the lap already. With a lot of lap time still to go. Viral moves out the way with his teammate Valentine, who is 29 thousandths up in that first sector. Akuzin will be next one across the line on a hot lap then. We'll go on board with him as he comes towards the end of sector 2. The maggots. Oh, he's invalidated!
Oh!
Turned in that little bit too early. And the lap is in the bin.
He'll have the time to do another lap. Might not have the battery though.
Yeah, does he have fuel for it? And he's warmed the tyre up, so I guess he will try and go again. I'm not sure why you need to warm the tyre up after you've already done a hot lap. The tyre should be hot. Drills Valentine in the middle sector, that's a 2.5 tenth improvement.
2.5 tenths.
Alex G slightly down the first just 6 thousandths. Mihai, it won't tell me. Austin also won't tell me. Maxine also won't tell me. Great, love this game.
Mihai's a tenth and a half up. Aussie is down, Maxi is down.
Why can you see and I can't? Codemasters.
I don't know.
This is discrimination. Drills Valentine over the line, 26.993. That's P7, but look at those gaps. 988 from Alex G, 993 from Drills Valentine, 998 from Aussie. 5 thousandths each from 6th to 7th to 8th.
Mihai's 3.5 tenths up here. Mihai's cooking. He's out of battery now, but 3.5.
But there is a problem ahead of him.
McLaren ahead of him.
Which will hopefully get out the way. Or be quick enough to start the laps.
Had the dirty air through the whole final sector.
Yeah, this certainly isn't helping Mihai, but he was up massively. It might still be enough for pole position for Mihai. Over the line, 26.409. That is pole position for Mihai, but Nemesis is starting another lap. Flavors is on a lap as well right now. Always 81 thousandths up in the first sector. This is not over yet. Aussie over the line, 4 thousandths up in the middle sector. That's enough for P5 as he improves to a 26.721. Marcelio up by 2.5 tenths. Bazooka just made the line for another lap. Harley missed the line, did not get another lap in the end. The next one over the line is Marcelio, who's...
gravel! Nemesis in the gravel.
No improvement from Nemesis then. Can someone else get Mihai off pole position?
Always looked brilliant through Magnus Beckers and Chapel, if I have to say.
Akuzin, 82,000
2.5 tenths up. Always 2.5 tenths up. The final sector to go.
And he is next to the top group across the line. The only one of them, Akuzin, who's only slightly up, and he's in 14th as we speak. So always could be the main chance for anyone to beat Mihai here. Akuzin has gone off in the final corner. And always over the line, that's a 26.344. That is pole position for the Mercedes man. But can anyone beat that? Flavors up by a 10th. There's another car coming over the line, which I believe could be Lanky Brown, who goes 9th fastest, 27.086. Then for Flavors, that is going to be a 26.421, that's P3. Next car over the line is the Mercedes of Action Rick, who stays in P13.
He's invalidated. It's Bazooka now. And
Bazooka with a bit of traffic ahead of him.
Oh, he's got loads of traffic ahead of him.
And Bazooka currently on a 27.360. Is he going to be able to beat that? To improve his position somewhat at least. Over the line, that's a 27.578. No improvement from Bazooka. He stays where he is. Aussie and Nemesis back to the pit lane. That is qualifying done. And your first ever Division 3 pole sitter is always 26.344. Very closely followed by Mihai, less than a 10th there. Separating the two of them, Mihai 26.409. Then Flavors 12 thousandths behind Mihai, 26.421. Exactly 2 tenths to Nemesis, 26.621. Exactly 1 tenth to Aussie, 26.721. 1.5 tenths to Rival with a 26.893. And then less than a tenth to Alex G, 26.988. 5,000 to Jules Valentine in P8, 26.993. Lanky Brown, the first one outside of 126, is 27.086, with Maxi rounding out the top 10 with a 27.206. Then Marcelio in the Ferrari in P11, Bazooka in 12th, Action Rig in 13th, Akusin in 14th, Harley in 15th, missed the line at the end, did not get a lap in, Davido in 16th, and finally Oli Bowers in 17th. And then it was Ewek who didn't do a lap, and was that it?
Yeah.
Yep, correct. Okay.
Well played, otherwise.
It's fairly close. It's a second, basically, from P1, from Owise to Bazooka in 12th. And then the gap's gonna be half a second to Action Rig and Axon, and then 7 tenths to Harley, and then, well, another 2 seconds to Axel, Davido, and Ollie. But we are in for a very, very exciting race. I'm looking at these gaps. There is, well, really no way of knowing right now who can win this race. The weather report that I've been told by the drivers is that it's going to be all dry.
Well, I predicted that Owise is my race winner, so that's stage 1 complete. Clutch up in the race.
Well, strategy-wise, we're expecting medium hard, but it is going to be difficult to pull off, so there might be some people who go for a 2-sub. It really does depend on how much higher the tire wear is now with this recent tire update around Silverstone. Of course, with 18 cars on an old-school track like this, no real runoff, grass immediately, in a new division as well, I would say it's not unlikely to get a safety car, and that of course could play a massive factor in the strategy decisions as well. And it could turn the race upside down if we were to get one. But I don't want to hype that up before we actually get it. But I think either way, I mean, with 18 cars, with such a close grid, and a track like Silverstone, which is it the most historic track on the F1 calendar? It's probably the second most after Monaco, I would argue. But the venue of the first ever F1 race and one of the most historic tracks in F1 for very good reason that we keep coming back here. It is one hell of a racetrack.
There we go.
Not quite, Formation Lab.
Oh, fuck's sake.
And it is almost completely mediums. Davido on the softs, everybody else starting on the medium compound. So the options being kept open for everyone here. They'll see what the tire wear is like, and then they can decide if they go for the 1 or the 2-stop.
Yeah, let's have a look what Davido can do on lap 1. Starts
I think
put the soft on differential.
Yeah, Davido definitely locked in for the 2-stop, I would say. Everybody else has got their options firmly open. So Owise lining up on the well, left-hand side from his POV, right-hand side it'll be once we look down towards the start. But the outside of turn 1 that is where he is. And then Mihai right next to him, Flavors in behind. Let's see who's gonna win this start and who leads out of turn 3.
V-Cubs at the back.
What are V-Cubs doing? Interesting.
Drove through the other.
Alright. For the first ever time in Division 3 in F1 Total, we are ready for the race start, and it's lights out, and away we go here in Silverstone, and a great start by Owise as bit of a moment actually, and then invites Miha in to fly up the inside, and there is a bit of ghosting on the apex of turn 1 there, as Owise loses positions to Flavors and as well to maybe Nemesis who comes flying up the inside and make contact! That's Owise round and Nemesis round, it is a car going way off, not the V-Cubs, who's completely missed the corner as well, and Owise from a pole position down to P16, Nemesis down to dead last as well. Nightmare for them at the start of the race as Nemesis and Owise make contact. And there's another yellow flag now for Davido as he rejoined the race. He was the V-Cub we saw going off his picks. It's actually going for a move for P8 here on Maxi already. But Mihai has taken lead of the start. Taken full advantage of that chaos. Flavors in second position and then Viral. Which is 3 drivers we've seen a lot of in the test races. They are now confirming the performances in those. Great start by Alpine as well, up to 5th and 6th for Alex G and Akusin.
Akusin's up 8 places, Picks up 10 places, Oliver's up 6, Owise down 12, Nemesis down 13.
Jesus Christ,
Harley's got places now as well.
In all of this, Lanky Brown has somehow managed to lose 1 place.
But yeah, there's a crash between him and I think it was Extra DeVito, and there was someone else in the midfield involved. There was chaos in the midfield. We were watching the front as well.
That was one hell of a start for sure. We've got a move there between Pix and Jills Valentine, and it's Pix who comes on top and takes P7. 11 places gained on lap 1. Always already is up into P12 again, as Bazooka is in the pit lane.
Got wing damage front left. Disaster start for him.
Flavors and Mihai are already putting the hammer down. They've gotten Rowdle off DRS range. Well, he's back into it now. Maxie's all over the back of Jills Valentine here. It's a 10th behind just then. Now it's a bit further back once again. Lanky Brown trying to get back into the race. Bazooka, Davido and Harley all in the pits in the first lap, so I assume all of them with wing damage. Harley onto the hard. Bazooka onto a soft and Davido onto a hard as well.
Oh, Nemesis in action, Rick, making contact on the straight. And it's Nemesis who forces his way through on the inside.
Nemesis on its comeback drive here. Both Nemesis and Always with a lot of work to do now, after what should have been an opportunity for some very good points for them. They are now out of the points and, well, are gonna have to drive past a whole lot of cars if they want to get back to where they were. So Mihai and Flavors are wide for Chapel. Already, I think, having a bit of a battle here. Flavors with a bit of all-tech mode trying to close into him, but that straight is a bit too short, and he might have to try again later.
We said a lot between these two.
Oh, and someone is off, that's Jills Valentine, but he's caught it. What a save. I was convinced he's going way off there, and he's driven to the back of Lanky and got himself wing damage. Great.
Yeah, lots of place to Maxi and Lanky, and yeah, it gets worse. But yeah, we
still, the save was great.
Flavors.
Was fully sideways coming out of Stowe, and somehow he managed to catch the car still, but well, he did get wing damage one corner after, so it's still very much gonna, well, not ruin his race. Don't think the damage was that bad, but definitely be a bit of a problem for him, as Pix is all over the back on Akuzin, as we also have a move down between Ollie and Jills Valentine. Pix was up the inside, up into P6. What a start race he's having. From dead last in the grid, he's already into P6 on lap 3.
And also he's lost DRS to the top 3 as well, which could be huge for this race. Top 3 could just drive away now, and Ossie, Alex, Pix, Akuzin, they're gonna suffer not having the DRS train.
Ollie Bowers gotten past Jills Valentine, always with a lot less straight line spin into him, so he might be on quite high wings. Ollie goes off with a spin at Cops, but he fully slammed on the brakes, locked all 4 tires, and that got the car back into, well, pointing in the right direction, but it has caused a lot of tire wear, I imagine, and it's cost him positions to Jills Valentine, Always, and Nemesis now. Always now, also he's underfoot the car.
Marcelio, Ollie with another wobble. Marcelio gets past him. Now here comes
Ollie has got the tires a bit. Always goes up the inside on Jills Valentine, they make a bit of contact as Always bangs into the sidepod of Jills Valentine. But looking for a move at the final corner, is a bit too far back here. He's gonna have to wait for the next DRS zone, I think. And yeah, Ollie, I think, has definitely put a lot of stress on the tires with that half spin he had, where he locked all 4 of them. That will, of course, a lot of overheating, I would imagine. A lot of tire wear as well.
Nemesis and Always back to 11th and 12th already. Just to see where they end up in this race. Always should get past Jills Valentine down the straight. He needs to for his race, I think.
Yeah, he's already 3 seconds back from Lanky Brown here and losing more time with his wing damage. And Always he's going to take the opportunity, go up the inside into the left field, and that is his position now, up into P10, back into the points.
Mihai in the lead with 13% battery. Flavors only with 25%. Viral in third, but with 60% battery. I think I'd rather be in his position in the minute.
Yeah, Viral is playing it smart.
Flavors. Also with just 11% as well. 16% for Alex G. Dwarfer up front.
Nemesis very close to the back of Jills Valentine here. You might be about to see a move down the Hangar Straight? Just the Hangar Straight, right? The other one is Wellington.
Yes.
Okay. Alex G also with a move on Aussie for P4 up ahead. And Nemesis is not got around Jills Valentine he needs down the Hangar Straight. And is still stuck behind coming into Stowe. It doesn't get a good exit either out of there. There's the car in the pit lane already. And that, I believe, is Lanky Brown with a very early stop, lap 5. And that is certainly going to be a two-stop strategy then. Has
think
he
he
picked up
was
wing
losing,
damage, or is it just on a
I think,
very aggressive
Maxi was
strategy?
pulling away, and he got with the top 8, so in fact he's had a bit different.
Yeah, no wing change, it's just an actual strategy decision to pit this early for Lanky Brown. Interesting.
Vimal's using battery, he's going to go for it on Flavors here.
I don't think he's
gonna
quite
try to.
close enough. Nah. Oh, but Flavors
Flavors
goes deep!
very deep though.
And Rival looks for the
Oh,
outside from left field.
outside.
Maybe with a nice switchback now as Flavors goes deep again, but no, he gets caught up in the dirt here and it's ruined his exit. But in all of that, Flavors with the defense lost a lot of time to Mihai, and that might be Mihai's chance to break out of the ERS range if he had any ERS left. Fucking hell, why are you on 5% ERS, Mihai? No one was attacking you, you don't need to be burning all that. Flavors is on 2%, guys! It is lap 5, not 26.
Alex G and he was 16, Ossie with 13.
God, his
Higgs
ERS
now with
management is
60%,
pissing me
in a
off.
Great position. Higgs in a good position here, he's got 60%, but he had a poor exit out of Chapel.
Flavors is in Alltech mode, the entire straight on 0% ERS, what's the point? Alltech doesn't do anything when the battery is empty. Lovely.
Oh, Nemesis is going to send it! Oh, they contacted round! Went for a late dive on Jills, it was 50-50. He didn't make the apex, so he went a bit wide. He was left in the room, but they made wheel-to-wheel contact there. And it's ended up with Nemesis round, and now he's coming to the pits. Not the race he would have wanted at all.
And I think so
He's
much
not
of a
even gonna
tire,
slow
yeah,
down.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that is Nemesis out of the race. Ollie, no, Marcelio, sorry, wrong Ferrari in the pit lane. For a set of the hard compound tires after just 6 laps, so also a 2 strategy for him there. And Flavors
say he was
burning
at
all
fault,
the
but I
battery,
think,
he doesn't have to try and stay in the ES range of Mihai. Viral
Get
now
an
recharging
amazing
for a
view.
bit.
I don't think Jules Valentine did much wrong though. I think it was just maybe a day $8 short from Nemesis, but I didn't get a perfect view, so.
I didn't see it at all, unfortunately, but it's the second time this race that Nemesis has now had a collision with another driver, so it's yeah, he's been caught up twice. First with Always on the race start, and then with Jules Valentine, not the race he would have wanted, and unfortunately ending up in a DNF for him there, as he came into the pit lane to retire
Alex
the
G
car.
with a bit of a wobble out of cops, but luckily for him, Ossie J with 14%. I don't think he's going to offer much of a fight down the straight.
If anything, also has to look backwards towards Pix and Nakosin. The top 3 though also in a train together, but Viral dives into the pit lane for a 2-stop strategy.
Otherwise, it's caught Maxi here. He's showing great pace on the recovery drive. Just where can he end up in this race?
Aussie is also in the pits, both Viral and Aussie on the same lap. And we'll see when they come out in relation to the guys who already pit, the likes of Lanky and Marcelio. And it is a set of the hard for Viral and the same for Aussie.
See where Lanky comes out. See, Lanky had the undercut there for a couple of laps.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be with them.
I think they're both on the 2
Because they are already coming out the pit lane
Lanky's
now, and Lanky's only
he's
just coming out in the Hamilton straight.
gliding all over the place in the
Whoa, Aussie!
final chicane.
Aussie almost binned it in the pit exit, you just about managed to catch that still. But yeah, Lanky's still a couple of seconds back from them. Of course, Varnel's in the lead train, and 3 seconds to Aussie, another 2 to Lanky, so Lanky currently about 5 seconds off the leading drivers.
The top 2 haven't even got 20% of battery between them as they go back down to the hangar straight through after they get through Maggots, Beckett and Chapel. And Flavor's miles off the track. He's going to lose time all the way down the straight now.
This is the racing I want to see, really. Pix has been released into P4 as well, he's now staring at the back of Alex G for a podium spot. As always, gets past Maxi down the straight. Up into P6 once again. Continues his comeback drive. As Akuzin is now into the pit lane.
And Maxi.
2 pit stops, which I think are also then a 2-stop strategy. It's just too early for a 1-stop still. Have to do 18 laps on that hard, which I think is a bit of a stretch really. And there aren't many people left actually who seem to be going for the 1-stop. There's only 8 drivers left on the mediums from the start of the race.
Dix is using battery here. I think he fancies his chance to get out to Alex G. Can he get closer down the straight? No, he's not getting closer.
So
Yeah,
Aussie
sit
comes
behind him
out
for even
ahead
longer.
of Akazin. Lanky Brown comes out ahead of Akazin as well. Akazin in 12th and then Maxi into 13th.
Definitely a good undercut from Lanky here. He was nowhere
Gonna
near
have a quick look at the gap to the leader. So yeah, Viral 24 seconds currently back on Mihai and Flavors. And of course that gap is coming down fairly quickly, as he has a big tire advantage now. So I would expect Viral coming out in the lead of the race, and maybe Mihai and Flavors immediately going out behind Aussie or even Lanky, depending on how much longer they go. But then the question is, if Mihai and Flavors are on a one-stop strategy, because if they are, Viral's gonna have to make up all of that time, rather than just defend from them once they come out behind him.
3 seconds for Davido.
Both Harley and Davido now with 3 seconds of time penalties hanging over them. Alex G in the pits on lap 8. Being very
Dix is
careful with the
finally
limiter.
freed up. Gonna see Owise back into 4th place. After he was down to, what was it, 15th, 16th? End of lap, start of lap
Pretty
one?
sure he was dead last, yeah. Alex G on to of the hards.
Oh, Ollie Bowers rallying his way around the final corner there. He's got Rick right behind him. Some good comeback driving from the Mercedes duo.
And Alex G comes to the pit lane. Just behind Lanky Brown here, and just behind Akuzin as well. We're having a bit of a battle. Akuzin late on the brakes! Gets it stopped.
What a move in the end, yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah, I think Lanky definitely helped him a bit there. Jumping out the way a little bit to avoid what could have been for sure a crash. Very good survival instincts by Lanky.
As well.
But a brave send by Akuzin. Bazooka for the pits for a second time now. As he comes out the pit lane in P17 here. P16, sorry. Can't even read anymore.
Flavors is taking the time to save us some battery, and he's really gaining on Mihai here. He's just not gaining enough.
Not quite.
Mihai was back to 10%, whilst Flavors at 40, so I thought there's a chance. Mihai's in.
Flavors is not.
Rick get past Ollie.
Oh, Ollie!
That's off the gravel.
A spin coming out of Backwards and Chapel, and he rejoins the race in 9th place. Pix and Mihai both in now on this lap. Flavors always still going. So are Jills Valentine and Action Rick. So at this point, I think Flavors, always Jills Valentine, Action Rick are our one-stoppers, and then Mihai and Pix I'm unsure about.
I think you go for the one-stop from here, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I
tough,
think.
But they're going to get the end of the car.
Ollie in the pits as well now.
I think they're one-stopping.
Of course, Rival is going to come out way in the lead. Mihai coming out behind Aussie. So about, 5 seconds behind Rival, who was fighting with earlier.
Maxi.
And of course, Pix also has lost a lot of that progress he made. But he now has a tire advantage over everybody else around him. And we'll see if he can put it to good use. Maxi's all on the back of Alex G. But I think with Alex G having DRS and Lanky ahead, there is no opportunity for a move into Luffield.
Viral with way more grip than Action Rick, just out of Luffield. He just drives past from the exit with 2 halves with the old mediums in a different league.
Up next is teammate Jills Valentine. That should be a, an easy overtake, you think. No reason for Jills Valentine to try and defend against that. Viral is on a completely different strategy and currently significantly faster on these tires. And yeah, Jills Valentine lets him go, plays the team game. Flavors now in the pits, a lap after Mihai.
Mihai with no battery again, he might get frustrated behind Aussie here.
Always still going.
As well.
And yeah, this is gonna cost Mihai time if he's stuck here. If he can't use the battery to get past. Viral is in clean air.
Neither of them have any battery, so it can be so slow. 3 seconds for Maxi.
Always Jills Valentine, Action Rick all still going on the mediums from start of the race. Flavors now onto the hard, and he will come out. Hopefully not Akuzin, otherwise he could be in big trouble if he has to go through that whole pack, and I think he will have to. It's close. There's Flavors, and he is crucially just ahead of Akuzin. And that is... it can't be overstated how crucial it is that he is ahead of this pack of Akuzin, Lanky Brown, Alex G, Maxi and Pix.
will have DRS though. DRS for Akuzin. Can he frustrate Flavors? They've got the better drive off the corner, so I don't
He's
think
too far back.
close enough.
Mihai with a move on Aussie. He goes for the outside through Luffield, return to the inside for the second part. And that is the move completed for Mihai. Flavors got Akusin under control as well.
Bit of a snap on the exit from Aussie, but he keeps under control.
As Pix is getting past LXG.
Well.
Not sure how that happened, because that is not really a place where you see all takes. I think LXG might have made a mistake on the exit of Luffield.
4 of them battling here. We got Lanky, Pix, Alex G, and Maxi.
Surely not Maggots and Backets, but Pix is looking quick. A 3-second time penalty now for Akusin, as he receives multiple warnings for track limits. And Pix, all over back, always now finally in the pits on lap 11. Pix goes for the move on Lanky. Akusin has gotten past Flavors.
Gilles and Rick. Oh, so a double stack for Mercedes. It's an interesting strategy for the two of them. As Gilles is in as well.
I think Action Rick is far enough behind always for it to be fine, but it's a little risky. Viral, of course, into the lead of the race, but I think he has a pit stop to do still. And Mihai is in clean air in second position. He's got Aussie behind him. Flavors has the problem that he was overtaken by Akusin now. At least Akusin's tires aren't that old, so he's not slowing him down much, but still, Flavors would definitely prefer to be ahead of him.
Flavors is over 4 seconds behind Mihai now. This is really costing him.
Always has come out the pit lane in P10. Action Rick and Gilles Valentine coming out in 12th and 13th, I believe. Could be close with Ollie Bowers.
Oh, Alex G! Massive slide! He was right on the back of Lanky. In fact, he's probably too close to Lanky. All the dirty air hit him. He hit the curve a bit too hard on the inside, and he slid out into the grass on the left-hand side. He's lost a handful of places. Maxi and Owa's getting through.
I was confused with that V-cap going past him just there. Was Davido has been lapped already? We didn't even notice Davido has been lapped. And Mihai has picked Mihai!
No battery.
A 3-second time penalty for Mihai. And that is crucial in the battle for the race win.
Akazim was in none mode through Max and Beckett and Flavors just stuck behind.
Now the DS, Flavors is desperate for a move. And he's gonna get the move. Akazim goes very deep. Flavors back into clean air. He needs to now try and get within that 3-second range of Mihai. It will be, I think, the deciding factor in the battle for this race win.
Lanky and Maxi and Owise have a brilliant battle here for 7th as well. Lanky's hit the curve a bit hard, but gets away with it.
For Always, of course, he's also on much better tires than these guys. 4 laps faster than Maxi, 7 laps faster than Lanky. He needs to get past these as soon as possible, so he can start going after Pix, after Akusin, after Flavors, after Mihai. He has a tire advantage over everyone else ahead of him. And with Mihai, the effective race leader, once you consider the pit stops still coming from the likes of, well, Virus, whatever, but also Aussie, Lanky, and Akusin, I would say. Yeah, Always has a good chance on the podium.
Oh, Maxi with the dummy. Lanky didn't buy it though. Well defended there from Lanky.
Oh, Maxi a bit deep, and Always sneaks up the inside.
What a move!
Unbelievable stuff from Always there. Maxi goes the tiniest bit deep, and immediately Always has taken this opportunity and moved back up into P8.
Get Lanky down the next straight, which would be perfect for him as well. Get some clean air, really get after Pix and Akazin. There's yellows.
Another moment for Ollie Bowers.
Done a soft tyre, interestingly.
Gilles Valentine looking for a move on Action Rig down towards Cops. He has the inside line, and he pulls ahead.
Past Lanky.
And Pix is past Akusin as he goes around the outside through Stowe. Akusin switches to the inside, late on the brakes, up the inside.
Of Lanky.
They bang wheels. And Akusin goes very deep, and that is a better exit for Ewek, and that gets into position.
Maxi around the outside of the final corner. That's unbelievable. Lanky leads in the space, side by side now, down that straight into turn 1. What a battle between these two. Maxi round the outside, more contact!
Oh, what a save!
He held it together, shit. What a brilliant save. But now here comes Alex G up the inside. Oh, very aggressive defending from Maxi. He doesn't want to lose another place.
I'm sorry to interrupt this battle, but we have a more important one going on because Mihai has caught Viral and we have to be on board here. Because I think we are about to see a move for the lead of the race here. Mihai will all take down towards Stowe, surely not. Or Cobb, sorry. And a yellow flag for Ollie Bowers. Number 38 at this point.
Alex G does get Maxi down the straight, so disaster for Maxi. His battle with Lanky was amazing until they made contact at turn 1. Here comes Mihai. Gonna have to run down the straight.
Raul has got so much more EAS than Mihai does. And he's gonna pull away here, yeah. Raul holds on to P1. Mihai on 0% battery.
Run out.
Does not have a chance. And this is crucial for him, as of course now the likes of Flavors from in behind will be starting to chase him down and will get within his penalty range while he is stuck behind Raul here. Raul on the slightly older tires, definitely slowing Mihai down.
If Lanky's on a 2-stop, he's got to come into the pits. He's lost so much time. He's so slow and he's into the pits. 2-stop for Lanky.
So another set of hearts for Lanky, I imagine, bringing off the Grand Prix from here. But he's gonna have to make up about 30 seconds to make that 2-stop work in 11 laps. That's gonna be, well, very tough for Lanky. And that is the problem with the 2-stop around here. The pit lane is just so stupidly long. And Mihai, is he close enough to Raul? No, he's losing on the straight. Mihai, he doesn't have battery.
Mihai, just whack it into numb mode, Mihai. Just do a couple seconds in numb mode. He's still in medium.
Oh, but Raul has gone deep.
Raul does go deep.
Well, now on the exit, Raul is once again just going to pull away because he actually has battery.
I feel like even if Mihai got past, Raul would just get back past on the next straight.
Because when Raul is not using, he is actually going to demand mode. He's saving so much EAS by doing that. And even with Raul and none, Mihai on medium, Mihai is not gaining time because his medium is below 10% not doing anything. Which is burning battery for nothing.
Flavor's crunching over the curb there.
Anyways, once again, way too far back, and that's an easy defense for Raul. I mean, eventually Raul will also run out of EAS, but it will take him a lot longer because he's managing it so well through those low-speed corners where he's just, not using any of it and going full in on the recharge. And Flavor's in a similar spot to Mihai. He's got no battery now to do overtake Aussie, but Aussie also has got no battery to defend. So at least there they're fighting on, well, equally shit terms.
Yeah, Aussie's frustrating Flavors though, just like Raul was frustrating Mihai. Neither can just get close enough into the straight. Got no battery to work with.
No time penalty to Davido. Yeah, with a good exit now. And with a bit of battery. But I think... Oh, no, he's bottled it. Turned in too early. Jumped over the curb and killed his exit, and Raul holds on to P1 for another straight. I mean, I don't think Raul's tires are making the end, so this defense is ultimately futile. So it's impressive that he's able to hold on for this long.
Maxi was looking close to Alex G, but a massive slide on the exit ruined his chance of getting past.
Flavors has recharged a lot of EAS. I think Flavors has the stream on actually, so that might be why I think he's listening to us.
Hello Flavors. That's the plan, you got this. Wait, I'm a neutral party.
Well, no, we are both fast drivers.
Good luck.
And now that will be a fairly simple overtake for Flavors, as Aussie has not got the EAS to defend, and he flies up the inside. And Flavors up into P3, up into clear air, and now you can start chasing after Mihai, who's still stuck behind Raul. As always gets past Akuzin. Akuzin looks for the switchback. Oh! Makes contact coming through slow there. On the exit of the corner, just drives into the rear right tire of Always. Thankfully for Always, he didn't have any moment from that, but Akuzin almost went off. Did a very good save to keep that car under control.
Mihai still massive inroads on the end of the car. I don't think the race is over yet.
I mean, what's the gap from leader? 38 seconds. He's well, of course, he's racing leaders.
In the pits.
So, yeah, after.
As well.
Yeah, Lanky won't be the only one through. Hardy will have to come back in. Viral, Aussie, Akuzin, Alex G, Maxi.
Thought Aussie might pit when Flavors passed him, but he stayed out. Fancied a bit of DRS maybe, but now he's lost that. If he's in a 2-stop, now is the time to do it, I think.
Oh, Mihai with a run down towards Corpse, but he's run out of EAS halfway through. But he has gotten Viral also quite low on EAS now. Viral at 13%. So rather than recharging his own, he's made Viral burn all of his. And that might be the thing that gets him in here, but Viral is recharged quite a bit. Thumac is in back, and I think once again, he will be able to defend down the straight here. As Mihai is too far back to make an overtake without having overtake to burn. Because his overtake button right now is doing nothing. If you are below 10%, the straight line gain
Around the outside, he's not going to need to do. He's already got it done by the end of the straight.
Yeah.
Up to 5th place. What a recovery from otherwise this has been. And Ossadre is into the pits. Or is that a lapped car? No, it is Ossadre. Otherwise now up to 4th. The podium's still on for him here.
And to come back to what I was saying, the battery is massively reduced in effectiveness when you are below 10%. It basically does nothing for your straight line speed. So if you are that low on battery, it really has got no use to try and keep burning to get the overtake done. You're not going to do anything with that. You have to actually then take the few laps to recharge, take the hit, and then make the overtake. Because right now what we're seeing is Mihai is completely stuck, despite a big tire and big pace advantage, and Flavors is getting closer and closer lap by lap. And Aussie has come out the pit lane in a 9th position here.
Yeah, that's still a good position for Sauber. He can really.
Oh, Mihai's gotten past Viral. How?
Oh my god.
And I missed it.
On the run up to Cops from Luffield.
And Mihai is immediately so far away.
Take him though. Yeah.
I think Viral's tires are well and truly short because yeah, he's lost so much time through Beckett and Chapel. And Mihai is firmly into the lead of this race.
Flavors on the back of Viral. If you can get past him quick.
Flavors had like 50% a lap ago. Why are you on 0 now that you're stuck behind Viral? What are we doing? Hopefully for you, Viral pits. Oh, you're so lucky, Flavors. You would have had the exact same issue as Mihai, and all of that work when you did to close that gap, that would have been wasted. But now, Flavors and Mihai back in a straight up fight for track position. No cars in between them, but
Mihai's 3-second penalty.
Yeah, Mihai's penalty and Flavors' tire advantage. And of course, we have got Owise and Pix in behind as well, still trying to charge into that penalty range of Mihai.
Viral, Alex and Maxi all in the pits.
It's raining! It's raining!
Oh my god!
Where's the rain come from? I was told to be all dry, you fucking liars!
Yeah, same. What tyres are we going to see on here? It's all dries, obviously, but will anyone gamble onto the Inters? Who's got nothing to lose? Someone like Action Rick, maybe.
7 laps from the end,
never mind.
And the race has been turned upside down. Well, it's horrific for those who've made two stops already.
Bazooka put on the Inters, I pray. Bazooka put on the Inters, I pray. He's got nothing to lose. He's got nothing to lose.
I'm very surprised that the likes of Viral, Aussie, Alex G, Max, so many people pit just before the rain.
I guess I didn't know it was coming.
Or maybe they know more than us and the rain is like basically nothing. Like it could be one of those rain showers where you never go to intermediate. Of course we don't have a weather report from that. I would actually kill for expected to have a weather report in the F1 game. It would make it so much easier to do commentary. On these wet races especially.
Let's see a three-way battle for 8th place here. Jules, Action Rick and Lanky. Crucial battle for points, so who's going to come out on top?
Akuzin,
spinning in the pit lane. Oh no.
And what tyre are we going onto? I would assume a dry. It doesn't look wet enough for an Inter. But I think that is an Inter. Yes, Akuzin.
It is. He rolls the dice.
Well, I would argue he's...
What does he know? What does he know that we don't?
I mean, everything my eyes tells me this is not Inter's. But your eyes in this game definitely do lie on that part, so we'll see how it goes for Akuzin. But I don't think it's time in yet. And when you go for them too early, even when it does then become time for Inters, you have burnt them out, you're overheating. I mean, if it's gonna go Inter, you'd rather not pit twice, because you lose 40 seconds on that. But he's right in this train as well, right ahead of Lanky Baron. And we can see the direct comparison.
If it is dries, Lanky's gonna go up the inside.
Oh yeah, it's not intermediate. Easy overtake for Lanky Brown there. And you'll now see it on the exit, I think.
He was having a good race. Had a brilliant start, but it might well come unraveled here.
Ollie Bauer's also pitting for the intermediate. So Akuzin, I mean, he's not miles off, but it's not time for Inters yet. And there are not that many laps to go. This could be a case of people trying to hang it out to the end, all in dries.
Massive respect to the game though, for getting the British weather spot on. When report says all dry, everyone says all dry, and then it just starts raining.
Another thing to look out for, Pix, he's low on fuel. He's still on the yellow fill line and he's at minus 0.3. So Pix has underfueled the car by a bit too much and now is in trouble, but he's the only one.
He has 18 seconds back to Viral as well, so he's got the buffer, but Viral is on the new tyres.
Yeah, especially in these conditions, that fresh tyre will make a lot of difference. He won't catch him, but if he runs out of fuel, Viral might catch him. But yeah, that top 4 seem to be doing a one-stop, and like I said before the race, that is going to be the deciding factor in this race. If you can pull the one-stop off, it's just you lose too much time in the pit for it to be overcome. So we now have Lanky Brown looking for a move on Gilles Valentine for 7th place here, and he does seem to be faster right now, coming out of the first couple of corners. Now Dia is enabled up the inside. Lanky Brown goes into left field. And Gilles Valentine can't hold on there on the outside line. Gets stuck behind Lanky.
Akazin still there though.
Yeah, I think he's picking up the pace a bit. Of course, it is getting wetter and wetter. Every moment that we keep going in this race. Oh, Mihai, I think he dummied the pit lane there. He was trying to get Flavors to come in. Of course, he knows. Right now, he's finishing 4th behind Always, behind Pix, behind Flavors with that time penalty. So off the podium, even though he's leading the race on track.
Izuka and Harley getting very close on the exit there. The battle for 14th place. Just a pride at this point in the race. Izuka can't get close enough down the straight. Harley goes very deep.
He's pressing both pedals again.
Izuka almost goes to the back of him there.
Izuka with a nice exit there. Oh,
never mind.
It's a very nice battle for 14th. But Harley's now pulled away a little bit on the exit.
Otherwise, must have made a mistake because he's lost a lot of ground to Flavors and Mihai. He lost a good 8 tenths there.
Oh, he's struggling in the conditions.
Might keep Mihai on the podium here.
Of course, Pix is in big trouble with the fuel still.
Pix, yeah.
He hasn't saved any fuel, has Pix. I think he's given up on it. He will just firm running out of fuel like
safety car. Yeah.
2/3. Oh, Gilles Valentine! With a big moment, goes to the grass. He has caught it once again, what a save by him. But it has dropped him behind Akuzin. I think we are definitely now...
He's going to send it! And he hits a swing on him!
The battle for the final point here between Action and XG. And a big tyre advantage for Alex G as he goes around the outside. And now Pillar Traction has completed the move for P10.
But he got the wing damage. He hit the back of Rick on the untake. Picked up some wing damage on the front right. And also don't forget Akazin has a 10-second speeding penalty, so they're still in the battle for points here. Alex, Action, Rick and Maxi as well. Just behind.
Top 4 are converging together once again. Always almost in the edge range, 2 Flavors. And with that rain coming down, it is so unpredictable now who can win this race, as Maxi's gotten past Action Rick as well for P11, also a big tyre advantage there. And the Inters and Dry seem about the same at this point. Akazin is, I think, yeah, keeping the gap to Lanky and maybe gaining a bit on Gilles Valentine. Flavors almost goes into the back of Mihai. Fuck me, that would be absolute nightmare for Flavors to lose this race win like that. As Mihai is all over the place coming out of left field.
Yeah. Go on, Flavors.
Surely not on a wet track into Cubs. No. Let's be smart about it. You've already won the race anyway with the time penalty. All you have to do is hold on against Always. No need for all or nothing moves into Cubs.
Different needs the cinema, man, and you know it. Akazin is holding his own on the Inters, you know. He's now got 2.3 seconds to Gilles Valentine.
It's definitely
pace now, yeah.
It might be slightly faster on the intermediate, especially because his will be overheating and stuff since he was on them and it was still dry. So a fresh Inter might be quite fast now. It's Flavors!
Oh,
goes for the move! But Mihai swoops back around the outside through Stone. Looks like they're racing in slow motion in this weather. But Flavors has the outside line. The last corner breaks as late as he dares. Leaves space on the inside. Has the inside covered for the last corner. And Mihai does not get the exit he needs. Has a bit of a wobble. Flavors is up into the lead of the race with 3 laps to go.
I was ready to shout and through goes Owise, but they kept it clean behind Flavors. Owise waits in behind, Pix there as well. They could also kick off here.
What a comeback this would be by Always. He's already up into P2 with Mihai's penalty applied after being dead last on lap 1. And we still have a few laps to go.
Zuko and Harley
Pix
still
as well.
battling for that
Pix
14th
started
place.
dead last, and he's now running P4. That fuel issue he has is gonna be, well, we already know what will happen, but it's gonna be a heartbreak because he won't keep that podium.
I think Axon's quickest man on the track now. He's caught up Lanky Brown. There's Maxi and Alex battling through the final corner.
Yeah. And he picks
Oh,
up a penalty.
there for Atkinson.
Unfortunately, though, I mean, there's a 18-second gap from Lanky to the next car, and even then, after that, Rahul is 12 seconds behind Pix, so there are massive, massive gaps. So I think the best Axon can hope for here is a P7, and then that penalty, or those penalties hang over his head, 13 seconds. Yeah. I think, well, he'll be lucky to get points out of this race, really.
Oh, Maxi with a massive slide coming onto the Wellington straight. Can Alex get a look at Jules Valentine? Not quite.
Always.
Very close
I
to
think he
Mihai.
has a chance to overtake Mihai here, because Mihai is very low
Look
on
at the battery
ES.
difference. 80% to 5. Now
And
nothing to
always
Mihai.
is going to burn it all and go up the inside into Stowe. The Mercedes man, late on the brakes, gets the car stopped on the apex somewhat, a bit sideways, with the rain coming down more and more. But definitely in the conditions now. But look at the traction on exit. And always up into
Brilliant
P2.
move.
And now it's a straight fight for the last two laps. Flavors against Always here in Silverstone. Who's going to come out on top? A bit of a wobble
Hicks, look
for
at the
Always.
Mihai as well. Oh wait, no, sorry, that's Mihai on Always.
The traction is
Getting
absolutely
confused.
gone in these conditions. Akazin all over the back on Lanky Brown. Look at Viral where he is by now. He's not even that far behind the guys. Give it a few more laps and he honestly has a good chance to still get a podium here. But he think he's going to run out of laps. Yeah, I mean, he's 8 seconds back of Fix and there's 2 laps to go, so he has to gain 4 seconds left from here. Which, I mean, he's actually not that far away from doing that.
Atkinson and Lanky going to go side by side for the final corner. That is sketchy stuff. Atkinson's got more grip on the inside, but he just can't find himself the room really on the inside.
Similar
Lanky
situation
defends
here,
really
the two VNT founders, or LR founders at the time, Harley and Ollie battling over 15th here. Harley on a slick, Ollie on the intermediate, a battle for 15th here in all of the drama up top. Fortunately, oh, maybe we can watch it quickly. No, only if we don't get it here, we're gonna have to go back to the battle for the point, unfortunately. Akuzin.
Always just straight off track at the
Whoa.
Cox. It's cost him a little bit to Flavors.
Akuzin is so much
There's a
faster,
better
but
run,
he's
though, through Max
not
and
finding a way
Beckett.
around Lanky yet. Maybe now? Up the inside? Maybe, maybe, maybe. Oh, he's driven into the side of him and pushed him into
Runs
the
him
gravel.
off the road.
That is, well, the definition of a push to pass. Harley into the pit lane. As we come onto the last
Enough
lap,
of those mediums.
Flavors and Always, and a 3-second time penalty to Jules Valentine and Alex G.
What a battle they're having down there, but we've got to watch the leaders, I think. Flavors and Always. 1 lap.
A yellow flag
Yeah,
up
still a
ahead
Diff-free
for Davido. Always 7 tenths back from Flavors. He needs a bit of a mistake there. Dia is now
10
disabled.
seconds for DeVito.
And with the DRS disabled, it's made Always' job a lot more difficult. He won't have straight line speed advantage over Flavors to get the position on this last lap. But he has a lot of ERS, but so does Flavors. And look at them, they're both struggling so much to get traction down. Flavors is definitely safe for this straight. And there's a massive, massive battle for P9 here as well. Jules Valentine,
Yeah,
Maxi,
super
Alex G, who's
battle.
gone so deep on Action Rig. The only one, of course, in this battle without penalties might actually steal P9 away from all of them.
Get P8 with accidents penalties as well. Can Always do anything on this final lap?
In terms of Pix's fuel situation, he is somehow actually back in the green. How has he pulled it off? And look at
Well
Viral!
played, Pix.
Look at Viral! He's almost caught them. Viral, you massive fraud! You just got a 3-second penalty on his straight, and he's bottled the podium. As Harley
I don't
picks up
think
the
you'll
penalty. Viral,
Yeah.
he actually would have gotten Mihai's position, and he maybe could have even gotten Pix because those guys are so slow up ahead on those old tires. But he's completely
There you go,
bottled
though.
it
Otherwise,
by getting a
isn't close
warning on the
enough.
straight.
Flavors will win. Always isn't close enough.
In these conditions, I'm not going to say he'll win until he's over the line, but it looks like Flavors will be the first Division 3 winners. Always has a bit of a wobble as well, coming out of Stowe. And there's only a couple more corners to go in these treacherous conditions for Flavors. Slicks on a fully intermediate track by now, and that is the lap car of the video over the line. There comes Flavors around the last corner, and he wins the Division 3 opener in Silverstone. Always, what a comeback from dead last on lap 1 to P2. Pigs, what a comeback from dead last in the start to P3. Mihai with the end in the penalty in P4, and Rival, even with his tractor and penalty, only 27,000 met Mihai on a two-stop strategy at Silverstone, which is quite something to say. Aussie in the end in 6th place. How close that was on penalties between Mihai, Rival, and Aussie. Now we have a long way to Akasin, who's coming over the line now. But he has a lot of time penalties hanging over his head, so he will be 7th on track.
Oh,
at
Alex
P7.
is going to take the pit lane. Alex is going to take the pit lane.
Oh, the yellow up is
Will it work for him? Will it work?
Will it work? Maxi over the line. It's Alex G coming through the pit lane. And he is going to be in P9.
He does
P9.
beat Jules with it.
He actually...
beat Jules with that.
Did he actually?
And Action Rick. Yeah, he beat
Was he
Jules
not ahead of
and
him
Action Rick
before?
with that. No.
Well, Lanky P7, then Maxi, Alex G, Action Rick at the final points, playing position, Jilt Valentine, then Akusin, Marcelio 13th, and then Ollie Bowers will be in 14th, Bazooka in 15th, Harley already finished the race in 16th, and Davido still going around as well in P17, Nemesis with the DNF.
Alex was ahead of Rick, but he would have lost out with the penalty, and he was behind Jilt Valentine. What an unbelievable final quarter strategy from Alex.
I mean, he's literally copied someone. Like, quite literally. That's not his idea. That's copyright.
Oh, no one else thought to try it.
What a start to Division 3. What a way for the division to announce itself. And if every Division 3 race is like that, yeah, count me in to be here every week. I'll make it work, no matter how. Because that was absolutely amazing. One hell of a race.
Yeah.
And congratulations to Flavors. Your first race winner in Division 3 goes down in the history books.
Please, cinema. What a race. What a...
Unbelievable. Unbelievable what we've seen here. The rain at the end, spicing up so much. And the podium in the end, Flavors, Always, Eweg.
What incredible comebacks from Elwes and Eweg, but yeah, audits to Flavors. He kept his composure, made the overtakes. Yeah, brilliant for Flavors, but absolutely brilliant comebacks from Elwes and Eweg as well.
And of course, as
And
it is
even-
tradition, I'm gonna have to go in the D3 chat and drop the video.
Even though they didn't get the results they maybe would have wanted, it's still great pace shown by Mihai, by Viral, Osudre as well. Fair play to Akazin for going on the inters, and they actually did end up being quicker, but the penalties unfortunately let him down. But yeah, what a brilliant race. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Fast lap of the race in the end goes to Jilt Valentine, so he comes away with 1 point out of this race as well. But other than that, the results that we just went through were all correct. Once again, what a race. Unbelievable. That is what you love to see, that is what we want to see in Division 3. Thank you very, very much for making that possible for the drivers. Putting on such a good show.
That chaos and no safety car, all virtual safety car. And Davido finished the race. Well done, Davido. Honestly, I had to say it was a clap. The last time
Literally,
saw
I think like 2 corners
these
away
guys
from being
probably
2 laps
race.
down, but he finished it.
a tried to wet Silverstone. Well done, Davido. Hard to actually sum up that race on the whole. There was so much going on all the time. We went from absolutely cringing at some of the ERS strategies to seeing people sliding off the track left, right, and centre. I mean, yeah, what a superb opener for the season.
Well, I think we said all we need to say. I mean, I can only keep repeating myself. That was absolutely amazing. Well, Phantom, thank you very much for joining me.
Yeah, no worries. I had a great time.
Yeah, well, we've got 2 more races at Silverstone this week, tomorrow in Division 2 at 7:30 PM UK time as well, and on Saturday in Division 1, 7:30 PM UK. And then next week we're going to Vegas for the second round of the season. Our first race this game at Vegas will be very exciting as well. A track that is for sure going to produce a bit of carnage. I think the longest straight on the calendar, with the walls so close, and I don't think it's fast street circuit. I think that's still Saudi, but it's definitely a very fast for speed circuit, and a very difficult one at that. So I'm excited to see how that goes. And also, I
Yeah,
have
we saw
to
chaos today.
promote the Drive to Survive. No, sorry, that's copyright. What do we call it?
Division 2 shenanigans.
Thank you, Phantom. Division 2 Shenanigans. 9 episodes, all of them are up on your YouTube channel now as a playlist. If you want to see them all at once, a recap of Season 17 in Division 2. Cuckoo did a whole lot of work on that. An absolutely amazing piece of content you can enjoy of FM Total, Absolute Cinema. Yeah, that's all. Now I'm done. I thank you very much for watching. Once again, thank you, Phantom, for joining me. Thank you to Drivers for putting on such a good show, and thank you to Mihai and to Marcelio for doing a lot of the organizational work in Division 3. Yeah, I can't wait for more of Division 3. I hope you all enjoyed today's stream. Hope you have a good evening, and goodbye.